Today we have a very special treat. And I'm so glad that you're here to share this with me. I have two women to introduce to you as our guest speakers today. First is Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman is best known for her courage and compassion as a conductor on the Underground Railroad. She was born a slave in Maryland around 1821 and freed herself when she was about 25 years old. Then she did the unimaginable. She went back 13 times to rescue up to 70 people. Harriet did not work alone. She had the support of the Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad was not a train on tracks. It was a powerful movement of people helping people, risking everything so others could gain their freedom. Today, Karol V. Brown-Jones will be portraying Harriet Tubman as a 92-year-old woman, sharing her stories about the Underground Railroad, her service as a scout, spy, and nurse during the Civil War, and the way she cared for people throughout her life. Karol will also share how portraying Harriet Tubman has led to a chain of synchronicities, including being here today. Karol is the president of Harriet Tubman Love, Leadership, and Legacy Coach. That's HT3LC, just in case you need to know that, which offers several programs under its umbrella. These include the podcast and newsletter, Grandmothers and Their Girls, Gigi, United by Love. Through this work, Karol teaches self-love to grandmothers so they can share their joy and unconditional love with the girls in their families. And as we know, when women live joyfully, the men in their lives are blessed as well. Karol has written 2 books about Harriet Tubman, 30 Lessons in Love, Leadership, and Legacy from Harriet Tubman, and The Harriet Tubman Way, an inspirational guide to self-love, empowerment, and legendary leadership from Harriet Tubman. And today, we will be the very first to hear from her new book, Get on Board, The New Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman's spirit is guiding us to love in actions. Karol has a background in nutrition and public health. All of these paths she has taken in life have led her here to being here with us today. Today, we are traveling back in time to the year 1912. Harriet Tubman is 92 years old, and through the magic of storytelling, we'll have a visit with Harriet Tubman. Get ready to be touched by the spirit of Harriet. Please welcome Harriet Tubman.
You said you got some company today? You got visitors today?
Got visitors today.
I always love when folks come to visit me, showing up too. Oh, yeah.
Watch your step.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Look. Well, hello there. I sure enough do got some visitors here today. Sure enough. Ain't that nice? Hey, how you doing, baby? Good. Did you bring all these folks here up to? Well, that sure is nice of you. It looks like a church or something. Is this a church? I love when church folks come to visit me. I sure enough do. All the way up here in Auburn, New York. That's right. What's your name, baby?
Reverend Terry.
Reverend Terry? Oh, ain't that special? Reverend Terry brought her church to see Harriet Tubman. That's so nice. I love her. And I love when folks come and I can tell them about the Underground Railroad. Did y'all come to hear about the Underground Railroad?
Yes.
You know what? You came to the right place, because I sure enough know something about that. Sure enough, too. Does y'all know I made 13 trips on the Underground Railroad? Sure enough. I brought about 70 folks up to Freedom. And my train never jumped the track. I never lost a single passenger. Never did. But children, I tell you, ain't no way I could have done that by myself. The Lord was with me every step of the way. My mama always told me, hold steady to his hand and he's going to see you through. And he sure enough did, sure enough did. Because I'm telling you, first I always let folks know, I can tell you about the Underground Railroad, but I got to tell you what I was running away from. That slavery. I hated that slavery. Ooh, it was terrible. I grew up as a slave till I was about 25 years old. And that's when I said, the Lord had told me I had the right to one or two things in my life, my liberty or death. And when I decided to run away for freedom, ain't nobody's gonna take me back alive. Nobody. Now, I always want to make sure children know and folks know that Underground Railroad wasn't no real train or no tracks. The Underground Railroad was all about people. People helping other people because they know that slavery was wrong. They listened to God telling them in their heart to help other folks. So you had colored folks, white folks, you had Indian folks all working together. Sure enough. So, see, I was a conductor. See, we talked in codes because this was a secret society. And I was a conductor. Yeah, I was one of the folks to go back in the South. I go back to Maryland and bring my folks up to Freedom. Sure enough did. And then if you wants to help, your place be called a safe place. Reverend Terry, is your church a safe place?
Our church is a safe place.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. You want to be able to open up your home or maybe give some money to help somebody or ride to the next station. Because I'm telling you, it was scary out there trying to run away without that help from the Underground Railroad. You see, most of my trips in the wintertime. Now, you know, people ain't hanging outside so long in the winter, right? And you got nice long nights, so we had plenty of time to get going before the overseer was out looking for us. They sent somebody out to look for the people that was running away with me. Sure enough did. I was making so many trips. Folks was calling me Moses, like Moses in the Bible. Y'all know about Moses. And so sometimes I sing that Go Down Moses song so people could know I was headed back. Did y'all know that song, Go Down Moses? I'm gonna teach it to you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna have y'all sing that with me. Now, you ain't got to know all the words. I'm gonna do like this, and you say, let my people go, okay? And this is how it goes. This is how it goes. I'll do a little hand clap. Do a little hand clap with me. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Oh, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Hello, Pharaoh. Let my people go. Good job. Reverend Terry, you got some good singers at your church. That's special, sure enough. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was treated really bad as a child. I started working out away from my parents when I was about 5 years old. And then I got hit in the head when I was about 15, and that changed my life forever. Then I know I wanted to be free. And children, I tell you, when I finally got my freedom, see, I traveled by myself on my first trip, and I traveled at night, and in the morning time, I'd go resting. But this morning, the sun came up like gold behind the trees. I realized I had crossed the line. I was in the land of freedom. It felt so glorious. I had to look at my hands to see if I was still the same person. It felt like I'd gone to heaven. I was free. I was free. I was free. I was free. But I was all alone. I ain't know nobody up there. And I was free, but my people were still back in that slavery. And I could hear their moans and groans. And I said, oh, Lord Jesus, I was going to go back. If you go with me, I was going to go back. And I'm going to bring my people up to freedom so they could be free. That the children can go to school and learn to read and write. And you could get a job and you keep the money and take care of your children. And you could go here and there and be in joy and love. So I went back 13 times. And my train never jumped the track. Never did, never did. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Unity, for allowing me to be here. Reverend Terry, I really appreciate this opportunity to bring Harriet to you all and to bring my little message to you all. Thank you. Synchronicities is what we're talking about. And Harriet Tubman has been a part of my life for 25 years. I've been portraying her all over Washington State for over 25 years, schools, churches, colleges, wherever they have me. And it's been great. It was great. I also have written books about Harriet. So Harriet's been a part of me for a long time. And I see her as a mentor. She's a person who believed that God was always with her. She believed that there was nothing that she couldn't do with God in control of her life. You agree with that? That's how she felt, and that's why I feel like she has led me to want to share this message today. And the synchronicities is a beautiful way to put it. I want to thank Reverend Terry. When I came, she talked about prayer and action. And one of my themes is love in actions with the S on it. Because I believe that every word, every thought, everything, every dollar you spend should be done out of love. Wouldn't that make a world of difference if we just did that? But in synchronicities, after I left the church, I started getting this download of this book. There was a couple of other things that added to it. One lady named, I was at a networking group, Alexandra Sylvie Labar just announced her new book, Show Up Scared. And in that conversation, when she was presenting, she asked, what fear is holding you back? And I had to ask myself, why haven't I stepped out and done what I know I'm supposed to be doing? That was sharing my own stories. I've been sharing Harriet's for a long time. I'm happy to learn someone else's story and tell that, but to share my stories, that's a little scary. Not I had lived a horror picture, but the last few years of my life were pretty horrible as I found myself a victim of domestic violence. Then I had to suffer the loss of my firstborn child. Some things just hard to talk about, but sometimes it's important. The reason I tell Harriet Tubman stories is because there's a message in there. Not because she was a slave and she lived as a slave and slavery was such a terrible thing, because of the person she was. She had faith, she forgave, she had compassion, she was courageous, and she had love in her heart that she put in her actions all of her life. So that brought me here today. There's a couple of more earth angels that I mentioned in the book. So the book, I mentioned these earth angels that led to me in this flow of life right here to where I am right now. Another couple of a podcast where I interview women with wisdom, and I just interviewed the first man that's going to be on my podcast. His name is Ed Emoji, and his wife Kathleen Walls. I interviewed them together, and they shared their platform where they're teaching about, they have a little movie that they put together on YouTube about human trafficking. That is a major problem that goes undiscussed. That's just one form of slavery that still exists today. We have many others. The fear of each other, right? The wars that can seem not to stop. The many, many things that we hear on the news that we know, I wish that was different. Let me pray about it. Well, let me tell you what Frederick Douglass said. You know who Frederick Douglass was? He said, I prayed for 25 years for freedom, but freedom didn't come until I prayed with my legs. That's love in actions, right? We need to put our love in action. And that's what my new book is all about. Get on board the new Underground Railroad. That's right. Harriet Tubman's spirit is guiding us, all of us, to start putting our love in our actions. When I first talked to Reverend Terry, she asked me, do you know the 5 principles of Unity Church? I didn't feel so bad when I came last week and she had to really coach you all. But when I did learn them, God is everywhere and always good. We are divine at our core. Our thoughts shape our lives. Prayer and meditation connects with us to God, and we live our truth by taking loving action. I got them written down, okay. So I started wondering when I was writing this book, when I was driving home back to Puyallup, when I left that service, I was thinking about what I heard about my fears and things like that, and this book just started downloading. I send you a little graph, but it's so much better than what it was when I sent it to you. And I started out by, what are all the different religions? What do we have in common? I'm sure there's some core things that all of us have in common. So in the book, I list at least 10 different religious groups and what they have that they preach. But I have 6 things that they all have in common. One God, show love and kindness, help others and be fair, forgive mistakes, and heal from hurt. Pray and spend quiet time with God or Spirit, whatever you call him, and work together in community. That is the new Underground Railroad, y'all. That is it. Just think of the potential if we actually live those principles. We don't have to come and be in church together, but we're in the community. If we just live those principles, I think a lot of our problems of today would just be resolved. And you know, I work with grandmothers. Any grandmothers in the house? All right, all right, all right. Grandmothers are the most powerful people in the world. Am I right? Yeah. The Hopi Indian tribe has a saying, when grandmothers speak, the world heals. And I believe that. If you listen, ever since I started talking about grandmothers, since my husband Doug here with me, he sees something on the news and he let me know they're talking about their grandmother. The grandmother helped them do this. The grandmother inspired me for that. And I agree, the grandmothers have power. And my goal is to unify us with the love and actions, that we can feel our own personal joy first, Self-love, I say, is the main thing that we need to all have, because where is God living? Within us. And when we have self-love, it's not selfish at all. It's all about being all that we can be, because who we truly are. The Spirit of God working within all of us. Harriet Tubman had to save herself first before she could save anyone else. That, I say, is why I say she had to love herself, to even believe, after being a third generation of slave, that she should be free, that she was worthy. So that's why my books and my programs have always used Harriet. I see self-love as the key as a domino. Everybody see the dominoes? You flip the domino. Each one of us can be the first domino. We don't have to change the whole world. First, we start with ourselves. My slogan is change the world one girl at a time, starting with this one girl. And this one girl shines and shows love, and then we flip the domino. That's how it works. I'll give you another synchronicity. All this happened the last few weeks. A beautiful networking group, some younger ladies, we were in a Zoom call, but we had our little breakout room, and they we were sharing what we do, and I said, I work with grandmothers, and they said, oh, okay, well, one of them was a grandmother, but she didn't call herself grandmother. And they said, you know what, you maybe want to change your name from grandmother. I said grandmothers and girls, GG, United by Love. And I said, no, for you all, you may not want to be called grandmothers, but I am here for the grandmothers, the women in my age group who are sometimes forgotten women. That just sparked them. Forgotten women, that's it, use that. I thought, is that what they think about us? Why are we forgotten women? I tell you why. Because we've forgotten who we are. I'm going to get you involved in this little section right here. I'm going to read some statements, and if you agree, raise your hand or say yes so the people who are home can hear that you are agreeing with me. Say true or raise your hand. God made everything. True. God loves everything he made. True. God is everything he made. True. God doesn't make mistakes. True. God made man. True. And God made woman. True. God made our bodies. True. God only makes beautiful things. True. God made us mothers. True. God made us grandmothers. True. And God blessed some with being great-grandmothers. Women are the feminine version of God's creation that he loves. True? I hear that true? Let me hear about this true. We are goddesses. There is nothing that is not God's creation. And when God made people, he loved all of them equally because they are all part of him. All right. I thought you agree with that. So what I just told you now, anybody who's been watching American Got Talent and saw Chris Tucker on there, the guy who did the rap, they just got things out the audience and he just put this rap together. It was amazing. He came in second place. I'm not Chris. But my chat GPT is. So what I just told you, I put in the chat. I said, give me a poem. Here we go. To spread love through the world, both far, near, and far, you planted seeds, each a hope, each a star. In every rose that blooms, in lofty trees. Your love grows inward, carried on the breeze. We trace the source of all love the same. One beating heart, one holy name. Your heart, my heart, all hearts align. A single thread by grand design. You stand within the house of God. I'm talking about this temple right here. Cherished, seen, not flawed or odd. He shaped you gently by your plea. Beloved children, created free. His pride in you and boundless crest. You shine with him. You are blessed. How does that feel? Let joy appear. Let goodness rise and banish fear. You're meant for happiness, pure and true. God's dream of joy is especially for you. If it doesn't feel good, pause. See. Sit in silence. Let longing be. Ask, who am I? Soft, alone. What is my wish? What seeds be sowed? Hear your soul, let the joy be guided. Move towards the light you hold inside until smiles turn into laughter and feet dance free. Tears of joy as sweet as can be. Remember, freedom. Lift your voice. The goddess within will always rejoice. Queen of your story, sovereign and grand. Rise up, Gigi. Take life by the hands. I am Gigi. Full of love, a title given, a crowd from above. Girls every day, everywhere, one day will say they want to be a Gigi like me one day. We need new Harriet Tubmans to step up for the Underground Railroad. No more slavery guard, but free as a butterfly, free as the goddess that God made us. We have power. I didn't forget the men, like she said. We know that the men will be happier when the women are happier, right? That self-love, that joy, coming together in unity, having love in actions, that's what this is all about. So, get on board the new Underground Railroad. We're here. We can make a difference in the world. It only takes us one self-love person to share our love with the world. We're going to flip the dominoes. Each one of us can flip the dominoes. We are here, and I'm here to encourage that we change the world through one girl at a time. And that girl begins with yourself. Thank you.